Hey guys, this is Nixon from CompetitiveGaming.org. I've decided to go ahead and create a commentary because I want to answer some questions I've been getting, and this seems like the easiest way to get these answers out here. I also want to take this time to describe how our website is going to work and the reason why I started this project. And the reason behind that is myself and several other of my friends, we're getting fed up with game battles, and it started off as just the forums because they had lots of young kids moderating the forums, and so I decided, you know what, I can pay for some forums, and you know, we can all just hang out over there, and that's how it started. And then people kept getting more fed up after going to tournaments, not getting paid, things like that, or taking forever to get paid, just a poor way that they run their tournaments and everything. So I was asked by several people to go ahead and try to make one, you know, make a new site to play on. And I thought about it for a long time, and I had a lot of connections in the PC gaming community. I used to work with several professional gaming organizations, and so I had a lot of connections from that. And so I started talking to some of my friends, and I found a coder pretty quickly, and we got to talking, and I realized it was something I'd be able to do. And so I decided to go ahead and undertake the project, and it's been pretty underground until just recently. And I want to go ahead and take the time now to explain to you guys what we've been working on this whole time. And the number one question I've been getting, I just want to get this out of the way real quick, is you know, when is the site going to launch? Because I just started telling people about it, and it's been supposed to launch several times already, and the problem is just with the coding right now. We thought, I've been pretty much just giving out the dates that the coder gives to me, and I shouldn't have even been doing that because we still need a beta test once the coding does finish. He's been hitting some snags, and it's been taking him longer. But as of right now, he only has one subpage left, and it should be done tonight, hopefully. And then we'll enter private beta. The files will be uploaded to my server, and we'll enter a private beta, and it'll just be a few tweaks, whatever I think needs to be changed, and just making sure everything runs the way I want it to run. Now, the first issue with how game battles and other sites that they compete with, what they all do is they run ladders, and ladders just don't work. And the reason for that is you'll see a lot of teams that are on the top, they just play all the time. They have tons and tons of matches played, and they're up top. They're not even that great, but they play all the time, and they end up they challenge bad teams over and over again, or they get match finders and they get bad teams or not good teams over and over and over again. They play good teams and they lose, but then they play 5 bad teams and they're back on top. So it's not a very fair way to judge things, and a lot of people will agree with that. And what we've done to avoid that is we've implemented leagues instead of ladders. And what a league is you'll have a scheduled match once a week that's pre-scheduled for you, and at the beginning of the week you'll know what map and mode you're going to be playing, so you have all week to prepare for that. And what we've actually gone and done is made things a lot easier, and we've implemented a scrim finder, which works much the same way a ladder does. And since everybody's going to be looking for the same map and mode, it's going to make finding scrims just a whole lot easier, so that you can actually employ strategies and really work together as a team to improve, versus just playing over and over again on random modes and not really being prepared. And the next thing we've done is we've gone ahead and added divisions. And what divisions do is after each season, there'll be different divisions. The first division will be open, and anyone can play in that division. Now, once the season ends and playoffs are finished, all the teams in the playoffs are going to move up a division. Now, a top percentage, depending on how many teams were in the playoffs, because of how many teams were active on the ladder or the league, excuse me, that season is going to determine like the top amount of people that are going to be moved up to the higher division, and then the rest of the teams are going to be moved up just one division versus two. And so you'll be moved up from open to intermediate to main, and then from main there's going to be our invite, which is professional level. And the playoffs for main, obviously, or winning intermediate will get you into a placement tournament to go to the professional level. And what this does, by separating teams by skill level, you're allowing every division of skill to practice against people of that same skill level. And so you're not just having some people getting better that are already at the top, you're separating everyone and letting each skill division slowly practice and move up, and they're able to really practice and move up in their skills. And that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to help people get better. And you can't get better when you're just getting pounded on by the best guys when everybody's playing in one division, and that's just not the way it should be run. And those guys really aren't getting better by pounding on people either. So we're going to be dividing people up into their different skill levels, and that way everybody's going to get better. So that's something that we're doing. Another thing we're doing in regards to tournaments is there's going to be one tournament per week per console. So there's going to be one PS3 tournament, one Xbox 360 tournament. And they'll generally be for the same game each week, but it won't always be. As in, the same game will be on PS3 and the same game will be on 360 if it's multi-platform. And then when it's not multi-platform, say if it's Halo, then maybe we'd have a SOCOM 4 tournament for PS3. Something along those lines. When it's console specific, there'll be 2 console specific games going on. And we'll try to change the game each week so that it's not the same community, having to pay to play, because it will be a $5 entry fee to pay to play each week. But it's going to be once a week, a tournament. And the tournaments, we've realized a lot of the big problems with why people don't sign up for tournaments, and those are that the prizes are really not good, and then on top of that, only the first place team gets anything that's even kind of decent. So that's pretty much the main problem why people aren't signing up. And so what we've done is we've gone ahead and realized that the first and second place teams need to both get good prizes, and we're going to be doing that. And the prizes we're going to be giving away for our first and second place teams are things that are going to help teams stay together and promote them to keep playing and staying together as an organization. And those are going to be things like, we're going to give away headsets, control freaks, things to help people get their game better. But more importantly, we're going to be giving out design packages and coding packages on websites, so you can get a team website going on. In a lot of cases, we'll be able to also provide hosting for you, and that way you can get your own website going and get exposure, get sponsors, things of that nature. And that's going to help out a lot of people in really starting off their organization. That's one of the hardest places to start. Also, we have some professional video and graphic designers, and we'll be periodically making up a frag video for. A lot of people say montages. I prefer frag video, but whichever you call it, we'll have our editor make that for you. Or we'll also, a lot of the tournaments will be making logos, for professional logos for teams, and I think that helps out a lot. And we'll constantly be getting new things to help teams out, but we're trying to make sure that the prizes are things that are really going to help the team, and not just petty stuff like we've seen given out by a lot of other people. And the next thing I want to talk about is, for the tournaments, another thing we're doing is experience. You're going to see, when you sign up for a tournament, you're automatically going to get an emblem in your profile, or a medal, as we're going to be calling them. And it's just going to let people know that you played in that tournament. And then in addition to that, you get another medal for what place you got, and a special medal if you place in the prize range. And so that's going to help people see what your experience level is. So no matter what, you're getting something for playing in these tournaments. And also, another thing I didn't mention is that we're going to be giving away free tournament entry for quite a few places down. At the very least, the 5th place will all get free tournament entry to the next tournament, but it'll probably be greater than that. So, because we really want to encourage people, you're really going to be getting things from this. And another thing we're going to be doing for all tournaments is they're all going to be streamed. We're all going to have professional shoutcasters on every tournament, and they'll be shoutcasting and everything live, so you'll be able to watch your friends play and hear it. And we'll also have it recorded so that you can see it afterwards if you're playing yourself. And that's something that we really felt needed to happen. Like, there's really no coverage of tournaments on other sites, and they're important. You need to have coverage, and we really want to stress that. And so every single playoff match will be streamed. So if you make playoffs, you will be streamed. There will be shoutcasters covering your gameplay. That's going to happen. We're working on trying to get the preliminary matches shoutcasted and streamed. Some of them will be, but right now not all of them. It'll just be the teams people want to see. But all playoff matches will be for sure. We have enough capture cards, all HD hop hogs set up and ready to go for that. So we're pretty excited about being able to do that for the community. We're really just trying to promote the professionalization of the console community. That's what we want to do. That's our goal. So another thing we'll be doing is player interviews, things of that nature, just really to get people's names out there so you can really start getting exposure. People will start following you. You can pick up a fan base, and from there you can get sponsorships. And that's our ultimate goal is to help the community grow and become more professional and not just kind of playing for fun on the weekends. We want people to be able to make something out of this, because I know it is a lot of work. And that's all I got. I'll probably make another one later and explain some more for you, but that's it for now. Peace.